MSB here, and it's time for some more MSBvP. Today we'll be in the game Hearthstone, and we'll be going through another arena match. So, let's get started. Okay, yes. Take my money, thank you. Okay, so the three heroes that we have are Malfurion, Stormmage, the Druid, the Hunter, or the Mage. Let's go ahead and go with the Mage. I like the Mage's power. Ooh, fantastic one. Yes, definitely. There's the Gadgets and Auctioneer, which is great, but as a first pick, I need to take Blizzard. That's just too good, and the chicken is not an option. Okay, we're going to go with the Acidic Swamp Ooze. I do like Arcane Intellect here, but the Acidic Swamp Ooze gives me, obviously, protection against Warrior, Shaman, Hunter, Paladin, so that's a better early game card. Okay, so we've got an Ice Lance or a Stranglethorn Tiger. I'm going to take the Bloodbend Raptor. That's a very good sort of early game card. Ooh, Mono Worm. Mono Worm is excellent. I do like the Dragonlane mechanic, but Mono Worm is fantastic. Okay, so we've got a Kobold Geomancer, an Abusive Sergeant, or an Earthen Ring Farseeker. What do we have so far? A bunch of early game stuff. Let's go ahead and go with the Abusive Sergeant. That's, really good early game, and it's good late game. I'm going to take a Fireball here for sure. Direct damage is excellent. Again, Frostbolt, I'll take that. Kirin Mage or Twilight Drake. Kirin Mage is fantastic, but in the first third of the deck, I haven't come up with any, quarter of the deck if you want to be picky. I haven't come up with any secrets as of yet, and the Twilight Drake is just generally good. So I'm going to take the Twilight Drake. Okay, Gadgets and Auctioneer, Ancient Mage, or Alarmabot. The Alarmabot I can't reliably protect. The Ancient Mage is good because of the +1 spell damage, but Gadgets and Auctioneer, what do I have? I've got a Frostbolt, I've got a Fireball, I've got a Blizzard. I'm going to go with the Gadgets and Auctioneer. Okay, Emperor Cobra, Questing Venture, another Twilight Drake. I've got to go with another Twilight Drake. Okay, so I've got to go with the Spellbreaker. Silence is excellent. Cone of Cold is really good. Ooh, Ventureco Mercenary. I can't pass up a Ventureco Mercenary. It's just way too scary. And then we've got early game Taunt, Charge, or an Ice Lance. All I've got is, I've got a Blizzard and a Frostbolt. So the Ice Lance could be good, but I think I'd rather have a 1-2 to start. Something I can drop early. Ooh, this is a tough choice. There's the Sorcerer's Apprentice, which is a great 2/3/2. But then there's the Water Elemental, which is a 4/3/4. How many spells do I have? 1, 2, 3? I've got to take the Water Elemental. It's just such a good beatdown card. Lord of the Arena, got to take that. War Golem is nice, but I think I'm going to go for a little bit more early game pressure with the Mad Bomber. Ooh, okay. So there's a Polymorph, a Mono Worm, or a Frostbolt. All of these cards are great, but it's really between the Mono Worm and the Polymorph. I may kick myself for this, but I'm going to go with the Mono Worm here, and hope that I get a Polymorph later. Okay, we'll pick up, since I don't have any 3s yet, we'll pick up an Earthring Farseer. We've got an Injured Blade Master, a Knife Juggler, a Mind Control Tech. I don't have anything to heal as of yet. Mind Control Tech is unreliable. I like the Knife Juggler here. Okay. Mountain Giant, Sea Giant, or a Spellbender. While I do like the Spellbender, the Mountain Giant and Sea Giant are better, and of those two, the Sea Giant is better, because you can more reliably get to it in endgame. Stormwind Champion, Jungle Panther, or another Fireball. I'd love to take the Stormwind Champion, but I think I got to go for direct damage. I got to go for some Fireball since I passed up that Polymorph. Ice Barrier, no. Voodoo Doctor could be nice, but Frostbolt, I'm going to go with a Frostbolt. Pyroblast, or another Sea Giant. The Spellbender again takes a backseat to these two cards. I've got to take the Pyroblast. That's just such a good game finisher. Then I'll take the Leper Gnome. Get some more early game pressure. Oh, the Sunwalker is so good. I do like the Abomination, but the Sunwalker is better. Okay, Tauren Warrior is okay. Priestess of Elune might be nice, but I'm going to go with the Novice Engineer for some card draw. Good, perfect. Take that Polymorph for sure. Then here we've got a South Sea deckhand, which is worthless. We've got some card draw and a 4. That's nice. But I'm going to go with the Scarlet Crusader because that's got Divine Shield and it's a 3-1. Flame Strike. Definitely have to go with Flame Strike. Ooh, another Blizzard. Okay, I've got no secrets, so the Ethereal Arcanist isn't any good. Alarmabot, I've gotten like 3 of them in this draft. So that's something that, while I'd like to take, still can't protect it. But a Blizzard is great for some more AoE. Okay, so not too bad of a construction here. Okay, so game number 7. We've got some decent cards in this deck. We were supposed to have an early game presence with some good early game cards, but I really haven't been able to pull them very well. I mean, I've got 5 wins, so that's great, but it's never really... I think there's one game that went sort of seamlessly, and the rest have just sort of been, you know, just sort of messing around, mucking around in the early game. It's actually a pretty darn good starting hand. I'll take that. The Blizzard is high, but I'm not going to give that up, because if I start losing out trades, I'd be more than happy to... Hello. Hey, yeah. I'd be more than happy to start playing those out. So... let's get Taunt and that out. And my Mono Worm. I don't really have anything else to sort of shore it up. But this is a good, aggressive start. And it pulls that, because that's the thing. My Mono Worms look scary, but they're really not, to be honest. They are really not scary, because I did not pull any Arcane Missiles, and I've got a lot of high-cost spells. So that means I'd only be able to power it up, you know, 1 or 2... In a realistic match, I'd only be able to power it up once or twice. So it's never going to be a big early game threat, so threatening like that, got a Frostbolt out of his hand, perfect. Very pleased with that. Okay, so here I'm still fine. I'm just going to bypass this completely. I've got a Blizzard in hand, so I'm fine with him sort of, you know, starting to gather an early game force. And I can just Spellbreaker this too. And an Arcane Missiles. 1, 2, 3. And that was quite possibly the most perfect spread you could possibly hope for. Okay. So, I've got 2 options here. I could Silence. But really that's going to delay out his increased board position, because what I really want to do is Blizzard whatever else he plays, and hopefully he overcommits. It's pretty good overcommitting. Yeah, I'll definitely be Blizzarding that off, I think. Yeah, let's just Blizzard that off. Could have waited another turn, but the 1 spell damage and the lowered cost, that could have put me in for a world of hurt, so better not to bother with that. And he's got nothing. Great. Okay. So, what do we got? We could Silence. We could Knife Juggle. We could Fireball. We're close to lethal here. So I want to keep his mind on attacking my minions. Because I need to just power up a few more Mana Crystals so I can start to deal some real damage here. Okay. And hopefully he just lets it go. I doubt it. He's probably going to Fireball it. Yeah. It's fine. I'll take that 4. So what I'm really hoping for... Okay, perfect. Now, what's a better chance? Okay, let's Mad Bomber. Come on. Come on, Mad Bomber. Perfect. I love you. I love you, Mad Bomber. I love you, Mad Bomber. Okay, so then let's throw that out. And we're good. You know, we only need to do 1 more point of damage, so it's going to be Fire Blast, Fireball next turn, and then Pyroblast. Like I said, I just want to keep him thinking about my minions for a few more turns. 2 more turns to be exact. 2, and Look, it's a scary knife juggler. And look, we're the scary knife juggler. What are you gonna do? So now that I've got a Frostbolt and a Pyroblast, I'm in a pretty good position. Obviously, if he ignores this, I can Spellbreaker a Taunter. If he plays a Taunter out. Okay. That's fine. Obviously, the secret that that can counter spells, that would ruin my day. But looking like that's not happening. And yes, well played. I have a Pyroblaster. Haha! Great when you pull one of those in a draft. It's like, oh, you're down to 10. Boom! Yes. Fantastic. Well, that was amazing. Very indicative of what this deck is supposed to do. Maintain some early game pressure, and then just drop them low enough for the 2 Fireballs and the Pyroblast to finish it off. Excellent. Okay, 9 wins, 1 loss. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and collect our well-deserved rewards. Yes. So the smoke clears. And we get pack of cards, 55 gold. Golden Deadly Shot, that's actually kind of cute. Another pack of cards, and 130 gold, so 185. A nice little golden card, obviously not the best. You know, if it was a legendary, that'd been fantastic, but you know what? Deadly Shot, it's a arrow going right through a guy. Looks pretty sweet. Okay, let's go ahead and open up these packs and see what we get. Temple Enforcer, Ice Barrier, Powerful Whelming, and a Demolisher. Meh. Nothing fantastic. I still don't have any legendaries, so I'd really like to have one of those out of this. Oh, Gold Frothing Berserker. Merry Christmas. Thank you, sir. Ooh, and another rare. And an Explosive Shot. Fantastic. My Warrior and Hunter decks, thank you, good sir. That was some amazing arena rewards. I'm very happy, and we'll get some good improvements now with both of those decks. Excellent. Well, obviously, that went pretty well, and the rewards were definitely worth the time. 185 gold, plus the 2 packs of cards and the gold, which I could always disenchant if I really don't care about it and get some dust so I can get some tailored cards. But fantastic. Obviously, if you like the content, please take the time to subscribe, and as always, I'm MSB, wishing you good games and good times.